Now, let's start today's lab. I think now this screen now everybody can understand. Now we all know now coding actually now is very hard. What I mean very hard? Because coding actually now that's not read by human. For example, when we do project, we read some code. The code now that's not read by human. Not read by human. Because we read the code, we want a computer to understand the code, not a human. That's why now, if you read some code, after some time, you'll feel very hard to understand. If the code is read by other people, the same thing, it's very hard to understand. So I'm thinking, if we can find one way, when we do coding, that can understand by human, also can understand by computer or by AI. I think now this screen, anybody now can understand. Even you never learn coding, even you do know coding. Okay, so before we start today's now demo, let's see last session. Okay. In last session now, we give one prompt, then AI now create one full project for us. We can see now, actually now AI has done very good work. You can see, not only read the code, but also give one README file, help us to understand the code and its structure. All the code, you can see, the code it's not bad. It's not bad. But actually now it's a very simple task, every single task. But still now, the code now, even for me, I guess I need to spend time to understand. But so that means now this is really hard. I mean, if now the project read by me, so I can understand every line. But because this project read by AI, we can think AI just as one real developer. So if you have now some experience now software development, you know, if you give you one new project, you write now from scratch, you write from one line by one line. Actually, it's not hard, okay? Because you know how to write the code. Even if you have some problem, you just take time. But if you give you one new project, give one old project, that's developed by other people. It's very hard to understand, even you know the logic. Okay? So before now, I have one experience. Now, when I first joined one company, they gave me one task. That's one project. Actually, the project now, the code is not very bad. But almost 1 week, for me, almost impossible to understand the code. Spend me 1 week. Now I check the logic. Even now, actually, finally I found how to do it, because now I can tell you now. Sometimes if we don't know something, if we give you one big project, actually you don't need to understand everything. If you have new features, if you want to do some troubleshooting, bug fix, you just do search. You just do search some keywords, find the location, then you do update. So I use this trick now to do that project. Even after 2 years, I maintain the project for 2 years. I still not understand all the code. I still not understand. So that's very funny. You know? That project I maintained now for 2 years. Now, in that company, only myself maintain the project. But after 2 years, I still not very understand. The reason is that project not developed by me. That's developed by other people. Same thing. Today, we ask AI to do the coding. AI, you can think that's just other developer. So we are talking now web coding. So we don't have any coding knowledge. Then we ask AI to do it. So that definitely you cannot understand anything the code. Even now you are you have a lot of experience in coding. Even you are one senior developer. I guess for the code read by AI, also is very hard to understand. because that doesn't mean you don't know the coding. That's because there's different developer. They have different style. They write the code. So now, if the code not read by you, it will be very hard to understand this. So either way, we can make this now transparent. So that's now our goals. Now that's why we have the channel web coding. We want everybody, even you don't have coding knowledge, you still can make coding. That's all we'll do. We use ComfyUI. We design now the whole logic, the coding logic as a workflow, So that's now very. If you know now computer science, if you learn how to develop a software, you understand this. That's much similar as UML, as in the software now the flowchart, because the flowchart UML that's used for communication tools between the customers, our management team, and developers. So that means that tools can understand by any people. So today now we'll use the workflow to make now the coding. You can see that's now the storybook. The total now 5 nodes. The first one we go instruction. Now we want now write one storybook. A cat learns how to fly. After that, AI will create a story, then split it now to different things. Each thing now have title, contents, and a prompt used to create the image. After that, we'll now use the image prompt to create the image. Then we'll use the text, use the OpenAI API to generate the audio. Once we have the video, once we have the image and the audio, then we use FFmpeg to create the video. So the whole logic is very clear to understand. Even you don't have coding knowledge, even you never learn coding, you understand what's this. Then we ask AI to write the code for each node. If you know ComfyUI, you know ComfyUI, each node actually now that's just one function. So because now each function that will be very simple. What does it mean simple? Simple that means now for AI will be more easy to do it. Because if one large project, the lot now the logic is very complex, it's very hard for AI to do it. But if just one function with a parameter, then logic, then output, what's the return value? So AI can do it very well. So we simplify now the logic, simplify now to use the workflow, each node. Then we just ask AI to write the function for each node. After that, we finish the whole project because we understand the workflow. So we know AI will write this function. Now for this, AI will write the function for this. So we understand now how AI works. Even we find some trouble. For example, this one is working no problem. This one is working no problem. Then we get this one get some problem. Doesn't matter. We can now change another prompt. Then we ask AI to do again. So it's very easy for troubleshooting. It's very easy for troubleshooting. Even now there's some logic now error, because that's now all show the logic. They show the now for flowchart show the logic. So that means will be very easy. We know AI will do what? AI will understand logic. So we make everything now just as one white box. Also now finally now we'll make all the diagram, all the workflow automatically. So you just tell AI, I want now to have one audiobook. Then AI will create the workflow for you. AI will create the note. Each note will have the prompt. We just use natural language to explain now each node what's the function. Then AI will use this to create the function. So we'll make things much easier. Before now, currently we're still now in the developer stage. But before now we finish all the function, we still can do now. We can ask AI to write each node write each function. So today we'll just do one demo. Last time we now give one requirement, ask AI to write one application. Today we'll ask AI to create each node. So let's do a demo. Okay. How we can ask AI to do this? Actually, now we can do now. I think we can do. We just make one screenshot. Because currently AI can understand now graphic, so we make one screenshot. After that, we'll put the image. We'll ask AI. We'll ask ChatGPT. Okay, let me see. I think that's the image. Okay. Let me think. Please design software, not software, just ComfyUI custom nodes design specification as per the image. So we just now ask ChatGPT now to check the image, then use the image now to design one ComfyUI custom node design specification. So we can have a workflow to create audio. Sorry. What's wrong? Sorry, my English. Audiobook video. Okay. Now we'll ask AI to do a design specification. Okay, you can see. AI understand very well. Very well. Because we don't want the type name. That's also we don't want we don't have the type name. Okay. Because that's all Flux agent. So I'll ask AI, please remove agent and all the nodes should be under category audiobook. Okay, because now in ComfyUI, all the nodes now have some in a sub menu we call category. So because we don't want to use the X Flux agent because that's all plugin. Now we're not finished yet. We don't want to now use this namespace. Okay. So we just ask to create an all node under the category audiobook. Okay. Now I think now we get an instruction. Now we just now copy the instruction, copy specification. Okay. So we still now use GitHub Copilot to build the ComfyUI nodes. Okay. That's the old one. So because now all the custom nodes need under the custom nodes directory. So we'll create a new one here. MySQL1 subdirectory we call audio book. Okay, we create a new one. Then we give the README not remove. We just a prompt, and markdown. Then we copy the design specification to here. Okay, remove the. Okay, so now we have now the design specification. We'll just ask AI, ask now Copilot to do it. Let me see. Because now once we finish now the whole project, so in here can automatically now generate a note, generate the code. But before finish, we just ask Copilot to do it. So we have one feeling now how the project will be. Okay, so let's do it. So we still now use the agent model. Okay. Then we select the agent model. Then we use the cloud API. We look cloud now because cloud so far now is still, I think, the best one for coding. Okay. Other than that, we just now copy the file path. We say, please finish the ComfyUI custom node project as per. So we ask it to please finish now the ComfyUI custom node project as per the requirement. Okay. After that, we just click finish. We just click. So we can see now, today we use coding. Actually, it's very easy. Now we just give some concept. We just give some idea. Even just graphic. Then we ask AI to now do the design, to give the design specification. After that, we can use now GitHub now Copilot. Just now ask AI to write the code for us. So we can see that's very smart. That's from the AI now check the prompt, check the file. Also now understand now the logic. They just create one by one. One thing now, maybe you ask now, because AI currently now actually now can do coding very well. So we still need to develop one new tools for coding. For example, you just follow my steps. You just now, then you ask ChatGPT now to make one design specification. Then ask AI to do it. So actually, ideally now that's no problem. But I can tell you, not right. Now, if your project is more complex, I can tell you it's not work. What's the reason? The reason because the countries, all the AI coding agent, that's designed now for very complex. I think that's the wrong way. Now, what mean wrong way? Because now I think maybe 20 years ago, all the coding now just use function. Now in that year, nobody now use object now. So all the coding just function. Everything is very simple. But after that now, because all the developers want to make the things more easy, more simple, then give a lot of concept, give a lot of idea. For example, before now all design now you use function. Later you use class, object, then build a lot of framework, build a lot of package. So make things very complex, because it's very complex, that can be very easy to make a mistake. I can do now, maybe you are one expert now with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But if you never know now React, if you never know Next.js, I can tell you, you don't know what's that. So that means now go a lot now learning curve, also go a lot of trouble. What's mean trouble? Because different package, different framework, they have different version. They have different. Okay, so you can see now AI just ask me to confirm. Now why ask to confirm? Because now AI can make a mistake. Usually now request actually they will now take a cost token. So sometimes can be one dead loop. That's why now after some time they'll ask you now if you want to continue. If you want to continue. If it's a problem now, maybe you need to refine now your problem. But it doesn't matter. I just ask continue. So when we do coding now, sometimes now it's not your skill problem. You have very good skill, JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. But you don't have skill React. You don't have a different version package. So you cannot do anything. You cannot do one project. But even now, if you just use a very simple now coding language, you very simple now framework, you can still do very well. That's now called what? That's called just your style. Actually, now each developer, they have their own style. So that's why now different people now they have now maybe they have different coding styles. So currently the AI, we just training AI just can do anything, do all the complex things, complex logic. So I'm thinking now if we can have one AI coding agent, just do function, just do the original concept. So that will be much easier. Now no complex logic, no complex framework. Don't need to care any now framework version. We just ask AI to write now some single function to make one full project. Okay. We can see now. Actually, now in the chat window, we can see now you can see now the agent now just as one row develop. You can see they do some work, then thinking, then do some work, then thinking. Okay, still continue. Hopefully now today now AI can do it well, can make the project working. Now because we are live now, I didn't prepare now the project. We just ask AI to do it in the live in real time. So that can be make a mistake. That can be problem. But it doesn't matter now because I just want to show the concept. You can see this is very fast. That's faster than human. Usually now for this project, I think now without AI, normally we need one person for 1 week. But today, just get 20 minutes. Let's have a check before now finish. Let's have a check what's now the file create. That's okay. Still this one, just one file. Then ask confirm again. Continue. I think now before I finish, I'll just introduce another tools. Actually, last video I have now talk this one. That's not just as one rule develop, but now you need a monitor. You need to now wait. Even sometimes they'll ask you to confirm something. For example, to create a file, maybe to delete a file, especially now delete a file because that's just one real human. That's just one real human now control your computer. Actually, now that can be very dangerous. For example, if the AI has some problem, because we know all AI can make a mistake. So if they not ask you to confirm some action, so they maybe now remove your whole disk, maybe delete all the files in your computer. So that now can be very dangerous. Dangerous. So the best way now, maybe we run the AI agent now in one Docker container. So we never worry now AI can make some mistake. So another way I introduce this one. Let me show you. Okay. Now to test. Okay, continue. Okay, let me introduce this one. Okay, this is a very new project. That's created by Google. So that's now just bound to GitHub. You just connect to GitHub. So you can ask this website to build a project for you. Or you have a bug fix, or you have a new feature. Before now, we just assign. For example, if you have some project, you assign the project to one developer. If you have a new feature or you have a bug fix, you assign the task to one developer. Okay, continue. Yeah, just continue. But now we just assign the task to AI. So, okay, let's continue. Got some errors, doesn't matter. So here's the documentation. So you can assign now any task. You can add any task to AI. So they ask me now to confirm each steps. Okay. So they give now some example. Now go to prompt. For example, you want to add one loading now spinner. You want to fix one 500 error. You want to do some documentation. So that's now good prompt. Actually, not prompt. It's a good task. So AI know what you want to do. The better one now, you say fix everything. So I think why is very better now because, for example, you have one developer. Then you tell him, so please fix all the errors in the project. Because that's very hard. Because now, before you do it, you need to first find what's the problem. Then you do it. But if you can tell the developer, I have find the problem, can you do it? Then actually that will be more easy. So we think now AI just as one developer. You never say fix everything. You never say optimize the code. You never say make this better. We must give one instruction or task. That task can be verified. So you fix one bug. I can test if the bug fixed or not. You ask AI to create one new feature. So we can do a test to verify the feature if finished or not. So that means we need to give one very clear now task instruction to AI. We not ask AI now to do something. We cannot verify. For example, fix everything. So maybe one project have 100 bugs. You tell AI fix everything. Actually, no, AI maybe just fixed one bug. But so there's no way to verify if you finish all the bugs or not. Okay, finish. Continue. Over. You can see, actually now that's a very simple task. This is very simple task. But AI still spent a long time, even get a lot of errors, a lot of errors. Continue. So we use AI for coding now. Actually, it's very simple. We just click, let's do it. We just confirm now. Let's continue run. We just click continue. I think now one reason the AI agent now do the ComfyUI not very well. I think one reason because they maybe not do a lot of training for this. Excellent. Let's test the basic fluid to ensure the node function correct. Continue. So it's very simple task. Then AI now do a lot now, spend a lot of time. From next week, we'll now not use now GitHub Copilot. We'll ask AI. We'll now with the ComfyUI, we'll write the code ourselves to ask AI to write each function to make now the task simple. Also, I'll show you how to use AI now, how to ask AI to write the code. Because now the GitHub now Copilot, actually this is one black box. We don't know what happened. They said that they will open source sometime, I guess, but we still need to wait. So once they open the source, we can check the logic. Still keep running. run a simple final test with timeout. Okay, finally finished. You can see AI just as one real human. Once finished project, it will write one summary. Okay, summary. Task finished. Okay, we keep all the files. Then we just check the summary. This is all finished. Okay, we just do a test. If now I have finished the task. Let's see. So we close this terminal. Then we just restart the ComfyUI. Okay, let's see. Hope now it will work. We create another new workflow. We just refresh. Okay, let's see. Audiobook. Okay, still problem. Okay, the first one, the story input. That's correct. The second one, it creates scenes. Is correct. Then the third one creates images. The fourth one creates audio. So you can see the story then creates scenes. After that, we use the scenes to create the images. Then we use the scenes to create the audio. So you can see the logic is very clear. Everybody can understand that. Yeah, everybody can understand logic, but missing one node. There's no video node. No video node. Let's check. Let's check now. Tab. Yes, missing. We don't have now. We in the UI we didn't see now any create video node because now in the summary it's now create a video node. Okay, we just ask AI. We ask AI. So I cannot find the create a video node. Now that's just as one real human. Now once the AI finishes the project, you do one test, you find some trouble. Then you just tell the AI, say you have something wrong. Oh, the video node is definitely there. Let me check if it's properly export. I think that's very good. You can see. So we just we compare with before now. So if now we not use workflow, all the code now just several files, it's very hard to understand. For example, now I shared before. Yes. You can see that's the old code. That's the old now. We not use the workflow. So that's several files. The files nobody can understand. I mean, if you don't have coding experience, if you know coding, it's very hard now for you to understand. You still need the time to read the code. You still need the time to read the code. But now we use workflow. So I think anybody, even you never learn coding, you know the logic. You know now even you have trouble, you know what's the problem. Now you know the problem. You can easily tell AI what's the problem. Okay. Let me see. I want to test. Continue. So currently now, a lot of people say now we can web coding. Actually now, if you not do one real project, maybe just for fun, I guess it is no problem. But if you want to do one real project, if you don't have coding experience, I can say now it will be very hard. It will be very hard. But we try to find one way. Now we make the coding easy to make everybody, even you don't have coding experience, you can use AI to do coding. So we want to make the coding now from one black box to white box to make everybody understand what's happening now behind the code. So that's we now we'll use the workflow. Perfect. Let me see, but still. After that, now it make one summary. Okay, finish. Keep it. Let me try again. Just close this one. We just restart the ComfyUI server. We close this one. Okay, we just refresh. Refresh. See. Reload. Oh, a lot of problem. I don't know what's happened. We just remove. Then we refresh again. Oh, totally wrong. It's more worse. So that means now AI make everything. The project failed. The project I can say is failed. So we spend a lot of time now. We just let's try. I cannot find any news now. Even I cannot find the audiobook category. So I tell her I cannot find any news now. Even I cannot find the audiobook category. So that's AI now make everything more worse. Okay. You can see now, even today now, AI now make a red coding now can make some mistake, but it's very powerful now. It's very powerful now. So if you learn computer science in university, maybe after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, you graduate. So you need thinking what you can do after graduate, because today now AI now can do coding very well, but after 3 years we can think will be much now better. AI will read code will be much better. But the good thing, I think, the good thing now, that's for anybody. If you not learn computer science, if you not learn coding, that's very good things. Anybody can coding. Anybody can use AI for coding very soon. Okay, let's see if it is working. We can check now the chat history. Now that's just as one real human. Now do some work, then thinking. Do some work, then thinking. Then give some try. Actually, now this is a very simple task. It's just fill notes. Each one actually just one function, but I now spend almost half hour. Almost half hour. I think more than half hour. Still not finished. Still get a lot of errors. That's why now we want to design new tools. Now new tools only for the workflow based coding, AI coding. It's still running. Still running. Then continue. Continue. You can see now if any error in the console, in the terminal, then AI will find the problem. AI can fix. Um. Oh my God. My God. My God. Make bigger mistake. Bigger mistake. Okay. Uh, let me at least let me check it's working or not. Okay. See now, the AI deletes the full directory. The directory now has my prompt file. So that's I think AI make one big mistake. I didn't know. So that's why very dangerous. You can see, the AI remove the whole folder, remove the whole project directory. But this is just one small now directory. Now not just go now our original now prompt. So that's a small issue, but it's bigger mistake. I never see it. That's the first time see now AI make one bigger mistake. Still not working. Still not working. Okay, that's why I said now it's very dangerous when we use the AI coding agent, because that's just one real human control your computer. So if you now not carefully, or if you make some mistake, maybe can remove your whole computer, delete all your files. So today AI made one very big mistake, remove one project, all the files. Okay, I think maybe we can stop because now today I make one bigger mistake. Bigger mistake. Okay, we'll stop. We'll stop. I think now. We'll stop. We'll stop. Today now I think today now is very good, very good. Now we get one big problem. We find one bigger problem. AI made one bigger problem. AI now remove the. Oh, then you to create another. Remove the whole project of now folder. I think that's very dangerous. Now that's very dangerous. Now that's why I said that if we run some AI agent, it's best we run now in some container. Okay, today we still now. I think it's very good now. The showcase today we found now AI made one big mistake. Now remove the whole project file. Remove a lot of useful file. Okay, from next week we'll try to build the AI agent ourselves. We'll try to now not AI to make now mistake as this. We'll make the things simple. We'll make the things simple to make now AI can do the good work. Then we make the work now. We make the coding now from black box to white box, so you can understand what happened, what's the problem when AI do the code. Okay, thanks everybody. We'll see you next week.